Hallo, Hallöchen, Leute. Willkommen wieder zurück zu Genshin Impact. Wir sind nach wie vor auf der Suche nach Rereal. Oder Rereal. Keine Ahnung, wie ich ihn aussprechen soll. Rereal. Oder so. Mal jetzt sehen. Auf jeden Fall, wir treffen uns hier. Aber wir werden den guten Herrn, noch lange nicht finden. Das wird noch ein, zwei Stunden dauern, bis wir den finden.
Nope. Diddly squat. No clues to where he might be hiding. It's like he's a ghost.
Er ist ja einer. Zumindest war er bis vor kurzem einer.
It feels like we're sitting on a powder keg that could go off at any second. Ugh, I hate this feeling. I'd rather face him head on than be left hanging like this.
So, you guys didn't find anything either?
Not loving the word either. How about you, Flints?
I questioned a few Ratniki and eventually narrowed my investigation down to one suspicious individual. But by the time I got to his place, he was already gone, almost as if he knew someone was on to him. Either that, or he's just extremely cautious and doesn't stay in one place for long.
He's been biding his time for a while now. The question is, where, or what, is his next target?
No idea. Since regaining his body, he seems to have lost all interest in the fragment in my possession. If he did still want it, he's had plenty of chances to take it.
All we can do now is hope that Aino and Anefa turn up some leads. Darn it, Rerear. If you've got the guts, come face me one-on-one!
Wenn er auftaucht, bist du weg.
Wait, he's actually here? I didn't mean it, I swear!
War klar.
No, it's coming from Silver Moon Hall. The Lady Kutar might be in danger.
Oh.
Let's get over there, quick!
Wir könnten ja gerade fighten. Tatsächlich.
Why is he attacking the damsel elect? What's going on?
No time for questions. Stop him!
This is insane.
Yehoda, get Kutar out of here!
On it.
Look where your feeble light has gotten you. Now you shall plunge into darkness. Felindus, soon I will find a way.
Watch out!
Aber sie konnte seinen Pfeil kurz was anhaben. Was? Du meinst, du willst mal? Oder? Ich verstehe jetzt nicht, was hier gerade passiert. Aber absolut krank.
Even if it means turning this place to ashes.
Boah, das war eine krasse Cutscene. Krasser Fight. Und was wollen die gegen den machen?
That was too close.
Oh ja, das war sehr knapp.
We barely made it out of there alive. What's that guy's deal? How'd he get so crazy strong?
Er ist einer der 5 Sünder von Canria. Und das war wahrscheinlich noch nicht einmal seine volle Kraft. Oder das war zumindest die volle Kraft, die er jetzt gerade im Moment benutzen kann.
He's a threat to this entire nation. I doubt his strength could even be measured by conventional standards.
I have a question. When me and Anetha showed up, we saw him chasing after this lady like he wanted her dead. What was that all about? We weren't there for the whole thing either. They were already duking it out by the time we arrived.
Ja, und vor allen Dingen, wie hat er sie so plötzlich gefunden?
Yeah, we didn't see how it all started. It all escalated so quickly, we had no choice but to step in.
Kutar, can you shed any light on the situation?
Kutar. Cross-checking database. I see. So you're the one that the Frost Moon Scions refer to as the Moon Goddess?
Wait, she's the moon goddess? Oh, no wonder she looks just like all those statues.
Und ich dachte, du bist eine brillante Wissenschaftlerin und intelligent. Naja, aber Blitzmerker gibt's überall.
There are many reasons why people might worship the moon, and just as many why they might despise it. I've never met that person before, but there was no mistaking his deep-seated hostility towards me. Why he holds me in such contempt, I cannot say. But since he hunts the power of the moon, it's no surprise that I am a target.
Kutar.
There are many potential motives. For instance, you help the traveler escape his grasp. This could be his way of taking revenge.
Na, ich glaube, es ist doch eher Ersteres. Obwohl, vielleicht könnte es auch beides sein. Ich meine, sie hat die ja schließlich einmal schon gerettet vor ihm. Also, unklar. Aber ich glaube, ich bin dann am Ende doch eher auf Ersteres.
It is also possible that he covets the Kuvaki inside you and seeks to take it for his own. The list goes on.
Oder das.
But right now, devising a counter strategy should be our #1 priority. The likelihood of this location being discovered is close to 100%.
Naja, er hat ja seine Armee auferstehen lassen, wa?
Counter strategy? But we don't stand a chance against an enemy like this.
Ja, lass mich einfach mal in-game gegen ihn kämpfen und dann wird das schon. Lasst es mit den Cutscenes bleiben. Ihr kriegt es ja doch nicht hin.
Surely our only option is to run. He's not gonna chase us to the end of the world, right? So as long as we can sneak out of Nod-Krai undetected. No, I can't say that. Come on, Yehoda. This is serious stuff. You can't suggest we all just chicken out.
Oh, Heiland.
Running is our only option.
Hat sie ihr zugehört?
Huh?
You seem surprised. But what other choice do we have? We are facing an enemy we cannot possibly defeat in battle.
Well, I mean, yeah, but still.
It's not too late. I can distract him, so you have plenty of time to make your escape.
Wait, what? You're gonna act as bait?
Doesn't that make sense? I'm the one he's after. There's no need for you to risk your necks on my behalf. A coyote doesn't stop for bypassers while it's howling at the moon.
Netter Spruch. Aber du weißt nicht.
What is it, Loma?
Versuch doch mal den Dragon Ball Cup von jetzt gerade nachzustellen. Und diesmal bist du im Super Saiyan 3, okay?
The Frost Moon Scions have already grown accustomed to life without their goddess. My presence here is no longer essential, and this is not my home, so you needn't ask me to stay.
can't just roll over and let him get away with this. That's not our style.
Oh, ich will endlich mal ihre Augen sehen.
Yeah. We can't just call it quits after everything we've been through together.
Ihr beide habt euch gerade erst das erste Mal gesehen.
Besides, she pretty much saved my life back there. If I just ditched her now, I'd never forgive myself.
Oh.
We can't overlook that you have saved our lives multiple times now. To talk of returning the favor would be a little crass for my liking. But suffice to say that we are friends, and friends look out for one another.
River's true objective remains unclear. Even if we were to sacrifice Miss Kutar, there's no guarantee he would stop.
Weglaufen ist keine Lösung. Wir werden standhalten und kämpfen, kaum wir was wollen.
But
Ja, hört auf mit den Cutscenes und lasst mich in den Bosskampf rein.
Kutar, I know why you left the Frost Moon Scions so long ago. It was because people started treating prayer as a form of they would make self-centered wishes, force you to accept meaningless offerings in return, and then expect you to perform miracles for them. If it were me, I might have walked away too. But I believe that time can change everything, and that sometimes it takes losing something precious to appreciate its true worth. After much reflection, I've realized that this was never about whether the Frost Moon Scions need you. Any relationship based on need is purely transactional. What I truly hope is that you'll choose to stay, not out of obligation, but as part of our family. You were born here, and now you've returned. Who knows? Perhaps it was the moonlight that guided you home.
thank you, Lauma. But my power is on the wane. I'm afraid I will be of little use to you now.
Wir werden ein Weg finden. Jetzt ist es an uns, dir zu helfen.
Very well then. I'll do as you say.
Na gut, überlass das ruhig
Both
uns.
times you saved us, we were transported across great distances in an instant. Is that one of your powers as the moon goddess?
It is, but I find it very draining. I barely managed to pull it off just now, and it will be some time before I'm strong enough to do so. I'm rejected by the world. My power is dwindling, like a lake cut off from its source, slowly shrinking away.
Erinnert mich,
Now, it has almost run dry.
erinnert mich irgendwie ein bisschen an Mavuika. Sie hat ja auch noch von den letzten Resten ihrer Kraft gezehrt, anfangs.
What do you mean, rejected by the world?
The three moons belonged to the ancient bygone era in which they came into being. From the moment I was born, the world itself has been steadily sapping away at my strength.
Deshalb brauchst du die Kraft aus dem Magen des ewigen Mondes.
The three moons are not one and the same. As the goddess of the Frost Moon, I cannot wield the powers of the other two. Yet moonlight has a way of blending together. Each can reflect the other's glow. So when our fingers touched, I was able to but this method of recovery is painfully slow. If only we could find the...
Oh,
It's the Wild Hunt!
wir sind da.
Even faster than we expected. We'll have to finish this conversation later.
See how those wild hunt creatures are running away from us. They're likely just a scouting party, which means Rerir won't be far behind.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's get the heck out of here!
Wie wär's? Ich wäre für den Bosskampf. Ich hätte übrigens nicht damit gerechnet, dass wir ihn so schnell finden würden. Aber ja.
Beware the creatures of the night.
Wow. Mega sah die Ultis sind aus.
This is driving me nuts!
Zack.
Rerir's closing in on us. We need to pick up the pace.
Zack.
There's too many of them! And this time,
Ja.
fall back on Kutar's help to escape.
Wir kriegen das irgendwie schon hin. gut, Riri wird bald hier sein, wa? Aber ja, das kriegen wir auf jeden Fall hin. Zack. Irgendwie müssen wir das schaffen hier. Wir kriegen das schon hin. Oh, ja. Das geht hier jetzt gerade wirklich ab. Macht sie alle platt. Einer nach dem anderen. Okay, ich glaube, die Tasche ist fast voll. Das heißt, wir haben es fast. Kann nicht mehr lange dauern. So. Boah, aber das ist eine geile Ulti. Arias ist. Lass mir mal nebenbei hier ein bisschen farmen. Ach so, diese Kuvaki-Energie fühlt mir jetzt hier gerade leider nicht. Ja, der Flitz, der ist echt krass. Der ist krass drauf. Wir haben es geschafft. Oh, wer ist das? Das ist nicht Reveal. Das ist ein Mondschatzschwert. Ah, ist das dieser Barker? Sieht ein bisschen aus wie, ja. Von hinten wie, Albedo.
What's the matter? Bit off more than you could chew?
Ah ja, stimmt, das ist ja das erste Mal, dass wir ihn sehen.
How are you? Uncle Varka! You're back from Amsvartnir? Whoa! You're Varka? Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius?
We could save the intros for later. Right now, let's get you all out of this hellhole. Follow me. I know somewhere you'll be safe.
Oh, is that where I think it is?
That's the one. Come on, move! There's no time to waste.
Na, dafür lächelst du aber noch. So schlimm kann es ja noch nicht sein. Ja, er sieht so ein bisschen aus wie Jean. Jetzt komme ich wieder auf ihren Namen. Aber Albedo auch so ein bisschen.
Wow! Where are we? This is so well hidden.
Well, that goes without saying. This is the Knights of Favonius' meeting place in Nod-Krai, and a contact hub for the Northern Intelligence Network.
Das nördliche Informationsnetzwerk?
AKA, the black market of intel. No matter what faction you're with, it's the place to buy and sell information. Their headquarters are in Nod-Krai, but they've got contacts in every nation.
Ich wollte gerade sagen, das erinnert mich hier so ein bisschen an die Kanalisation von Fontaine.
As an expeditionary force on foreign soil, working with them has offered us the most effective way of getting our hands on reliable local intel. This is where we meet, so naturally, it's secure. Anyway, where were we? Folks from Nod-Krai should be pretty familiar with me by now, but I believe this is the first time we've met. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Varka, Knight of Boreas, and Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius.
Ja, Großmeister, der nie da ist. Oder nie da war.
Heard all about you. This meeting's been a long time coming.
Ach, die Entwickler haben ihn einfach vergessen.
You look way younger than Paimon expected. But you definitely have that Grand Master vibe.
Ja, also mir gefällt sein Aussehen auch.
Well, I'm no spring chicken. Just not showing my age yet. Definitely feeling some of that back pain today, though. Rushed back from Amsvartnir without a wink of sleep, only to get right into another fight with that freshly revived maniac.
Ach, die haben doch am Ende des letzten Updates miteinander gekämpft. Aber war wohl unentschieden.
Another? You mean you fought him before?
Yep. He wasn't nearly as strong back then, but he was still a formidable foe. I brought some of the knights along to give him a little surprise, but he saw us coming from a mile off.
Boah, da bin ich mal gespannt, wen er mitgebracht hat. Vielleicht Amber, vielleicht Jean. Jean glaube ich nicht, aber vielleicht auch jemand anderen. Oh, der rothaarige Feuertyp. Diluc, vielleicht hat sie ja den.
My squad took heavy injuries and I barely made it out alive myself. We knew it might have been our last chance, so we staked everything on it. But still, it wasn't enough to stop him.
Okay, sie haben
I
verloren.
tried tracking him down afterwards, but he didn't leave a trace. Even in his unhinged mental state, he's as cautious as any trained operative.
Wie ein trainierter
So, I decided to come find you. And as luck would have it, turned up to find you being ambushed by the Wild Hunt. The rest, you already know.
Is that why he's been frantically absorbing Kuvaki these past few days? Because he sees you as a threat?
Maybe I'm part of the equation, but even if I weren't, I'm sure he'd still be gathering power. He's clearly working up towards something.
Note to self, Uncle Varka's strength rating officially upgraded.
Was?
Guess it's my turn to ask questions now. So, what exactly has been happening in Nod-Krai? Why is the Wild Hunt returned in humanoid form? And why is it after you?
That's a long story, but I'll try to make it quick.
Einer bringt Barker auf den neuesten Stand, was vorher passiert
Wow,
ist.
I had no idea so much had happened. Sounds like you guys have really been through it. So, the Kutar is actually a Fatui Harbinger. And all this Wild Hunt activity in Nod-Krai is the work of the Raker of Solnari, one of the 5 sinners. That's a lot to take in. Need some time to wrap my head around it all.
I'm truly sorry, Mr. Varka. You stood with us against the Wild Hunt and did everything you could to stop it from escalating into a full-blown catastrophe. And then, the one time you're away, it all comes to a head and all your hard work gets...
You've got nothing to apologize for, Miss Moonchanter. You can plan 100 steps ahead and still slip up. That's just life. No one knows what tomorrow holds. You can't predict which way the wind will blow next. And, to be perfectly honest, I can't say I'm surprised. For all the times we've defeated the Wild Hunt in the past, we've never been able to completely wipe it out. Turns out, we were just delaying the inevitable. But now that a new variable has come into play, fate may well take a different course.
A new variable? You mean us?
Auf jeden Fall.
Who else? And in a strange way, I think his resurgence might not be an entirely bad thing. The Wild Hunt is like an unrelenting force of nature, but Rerir is an individual with an agenda. He's gotta have a weak spot somewhere. That said, while Aino was explaining everything just now, some of the points that Mr. Flint's added caught my attention.
You mean about our mystery ally?
That's right. From what you've said, not only did they lead you straight to some key files, they also shielded Hisi Island from a lethal Kuvaki blast. I don't know who or what could pull something like that off. Heck, even Miss Columbina doesn't have a clue.
I hadn't heard the story about those files. Would you mind repeating their titles for me?
Wild Hunt Phenomena Log, a Nod-Krai and Ratnik's Field Journal, and Kuvaki Survey Log.
Oh. No. Still doesn't ring a bell.
Another dead end. Guess all we can do now is hope that our mystery ally keeps showing up when we most need them. Still, it's safest to assume they won't be intervening again. From here on out, we'll have to resolve this. Your intel also explains something else I've been wondering about. The reason I led my team to Amsfarnir was because we'd had reports about a possible source of the Wild Hunt showing up there. But once we looked into it, it turned out to be a red herring. I don't know who was behind it, but clearly, it served its purpose.
Ah, wer könnte denn dahinter stecken? Könnte ja nur entweder nur der Abgrund oder halt von den Fatui der Dottore. Weil bei Dottore habe ich immer den Eindruck, dass der Fatui irgendwann mal verraten wird an den Abgrund oder was auch immer. Oder er macht seinen eigenen
I doubt it's
Scheiß.
by chance that he happened to make his comeback while my attention was diverted. And from everything you told me, it sounds like his scheming began well before his return. So maybe luring me away was all a part of his plan. But is it even possible that he orchestrated all of this by himself?
Naja, ich meine, der war jetzt vorher auch schon mental instabil.
The Moon
Also,
Maiden and the Raker of Solnari. Nod-Krai of all places. The way everything is unfolding, it can't be a coincidence.
So, what do we do now? Got any ideas?
Right now, we've got at least 3 things to consider. Let's go through them one by... First, we need to figure out how to take down Rerir. If we can't beat him in a straight-up fight, the rest won't even matter. To my knowledge, the bulk of Nod-Krai's fighting force is already gathered here. But even with everyone united, we're still no match for Rerir in his current state. Let alone...
What if there was a way to tap into a new power of our own?
was wäre, wenn es einen Weg gäbe, dass wir selbst eine neue Kraft erlangen?
How so?
Have you thought of something, Columbina?
3 moons once watched over this world. The Eternal Moon was the largest. The Frost Moon was the brightest. And the Iridescent Moon was the most mysterious. They say that back then, the 3 moon goddesses wielded immense power. I now bear the Frost Moon's power, and the Eternal Moon's marrow resides within the Traveler.
Hold on. Are you suggesting?
The iridescent moon. The last piece in the puzzle.
That's right. If we can find the Iridescent Moon's marrow, I will...
The 3 moons are said to stir the tides and illuminate all things. Perhaps...
According to my analysis, the solution is feasible. However, it is subject to one major condition. How do we locate the iridescent...
I know a way, but... we will need to visit the Fatui's Experimental Design Bureau.
Oh,
The Experimental Design Bureau? Are you saying we need to involve Marionette?
ich glaube, die hat da nicht so viel Lust drauf.
Yes. I must speak with Sandrone.
Hättest du das nicht letztens noch machen
It's a
können?
long way from here to the Experimental Design Bureau. There's a high chance you'll be spotted. You shouldn't go alone.
Ich werde sie begleiten. Ja, du wirst ja auch platt gemacht, allen anscheinend nach.
Then that's settled. Next up, our second priority. Somehow, we need to figure out Rerir's end goal. As you saw for yourselves, when he was still in his wild hunt form, everything he did was for the sake of recovering his body and resurrecting himself. His first act since then, after laying low for a while, was to try and assassinate this young... People's obsessions often reveal their greatest vulnerabilities. There must be a reason why he despises the moon so deeply. Perhaps it sheds some light on his title. The Wild Hunt has plagued Nod-Krai for centuries now. If we want to stop it for good, we have to get to the root cause of what's driving it.
It's true. We still know very little about... If Kuthar hadn't given us that lead, we wouldn't even know his name.
But where would we even start? I doubt even the Intel Queen of Nod-Krai has a clue, and she has info coming out of her ears.
Oh? That's a rather hasty conclusion for someone who's so painstakingly meticulous when it comes to dealing with machines.
Wo kommt sie denn jetzt plötzlich her?
She heard me.
Boss! What are you doing here?
Sie ist auch eine Blitzmerkerin. Ich hätte schon vor 10 Sekunden mit ihrer Reaktion gerechnet.
I'm now asking myself the same question. I received a letter from a humble knight of Favonius, requesting a meeting to discuss a major business deal. But it looks like this humble knight had something else in mind.
Details, details. Miss Neffer, the important thing is that you've arrived at the perfect time. Since his failed ambush, I've been racking my brains trying to come up with a plan to fight Rerir. Given the severity of the situation, I think it's fair to say that our only chance lies in uniting as one. And I'm talking all the factions in Nod-Krai. We can't do this without the Curatorium, but I knew it'd be a tough job to win you over. So, I took the liberty of reaching out for a little chat.
Wait a sec. How did you even hear about this place, Neffer?
Sie weiß doch alles über
Didn't
Nod-Krai.
you say this is meant to be the Knights of Favonius' meeting spot? And a contact hub for the Northern Intelligence?
You really think he could have gotten settled in Nod-Krai without my help? Besides, I'm the one running this gig. Of course I know where the meeting place is.
Ist das etwa, du bist also...
Allow me to introduce the current head of the Northern Intelligence Network. If it's intel you're after, she's your woman. Pretty much seen and heard it all.
Please spare me the flattery. Let's cut to the chase. Seems like you've run into some trouble, huh?
Wir bringen Neffa auf den neuesten Stand.
Well, this certainly qualifies as an unforeseen crisis. On behalf of the Curatorium of Secrets, I wish you all the best of luck.
So you're just going to sit this one out?
Why should I get involved? What could possibly be in it for me?
What if we told you we can't do this without you?
Oh? Then I'd say you'd better make it worth my while. I don't work for free.
I can't put a price on something like this. It's just not in my nature. But then again, you and I have always been polar opposites in this regard. So I can't exactly say I didn't... If you insist on compensation, I will pay you. Consider this a formal commission. Sound fair?
You just don't give up, do you? Too bad. I know you well enough to know you can't afford my prices. The riskier the job, the more it'll cost. And a Moonchanter's stipend isn't exactly generous. Unless you're planning to start passing the donation box around among the faithful.
Boss, just a thought. If they come up short, maybe you can take the difference out of my next few paychecks. Things got really dangerous during the fight with Rerir. If this girl hadn't saved me, I'd be ley line fodder by now. I'd be gone for good, boss. If there's any way we can make this work, I'd really like to help her. Please? I'm begging you.
Was?
This is why I'm always telling you never accept favors. They are the hardest debts to repay. You have to be careful who you get involved with, or you invite all kinds of misfortune. Very well, Yehoda, I will help. But just this once. Don't count on this happening again. Flynn's, that fragment that Rerir was after.
Of course.
Let me borrow it. I need it to follow up on some leads.
Wait, you actually have some leads?
Shh. This is top secret information.
I get it. We all have things we'd rather keep to ourselves. Plus, I know we can count on you. So we'll leave the intel gathering, and that brings me to the third and final item. We need to find a way to distract him. We need time to make our move, so I'm in for this part, no matter what. Anyone coming with?
Count me in too.
Come off it, you two. Quit playing heroes. I'm way ahead of you here. And Neffa did a scan of the Moon Goddess's Kuvaki signature, and we're gonna use it to make some decoys over at the Kramkake craft shop. Anyone who's in, follow me. Once they're ready, we'll deploy the decoys across Nod-Krai. So as long as the rest of you keep moving, he won't catch on to your scent and won't be able to track.
I like it. Genius idea.
No biggie.
All right then, we'll split into 3 teams. Once your team has finished their mission, return here and wait for the others. Dismissed!
Na gut, dann haben wir die Avengers ja versammelt. Okay, wer ist denn in welchem Team? Ah, wir sind mit der Mondgöttin zusammen. Ja, versucht und habe ich nicht lesen können. Ach, wir sind schon da angekommen.
Lady Damselette. Wait, and you two? What are you doing at the Kuvaki Experimental Design Bureau?
Ja, wir sind ihre Begleitung.
We've been doing our best to mind our own business lately. But if you're just gonna waltz up here like this, you're seriously pressing your luck.
Huh. You really think that's gonna scare us off?
We're not looking for any trouble. I just want to see Zandrone.
Do I need to remind you that you're still a wanted fugitive for deserting us? out of consideration for our former ties and the crisis we're all up against. We'll let you leave in one piece. But don't even think about trying to get inside.
Okay.
Let them in.
Was?
But
Are you going to make me repeat that?
no, my lady.
Sandrone seems to be in a good mood. Must be maintenance day.
Was? Wartungstag? Ach, Leute. Ein Wartungstag. Oh. Ja, die Cutscenes sind diesmal ziemlich lange. Krass. Das scheint wohl noch nicht vorbei zu sein.
To what do I owe the honor this time? Actually, before you answer that, just so we're clear, we're not colleagues anymore, Columbina.
I promise it's nothing big.
It seems like you've gotten the wrong idea here. The only reason I let you in was because I was bored. It seemed like a way to kill some time and satisfy my own curiosity. Whatever miscalculations I may or may not have made in the past, I haven't lost the plot enough to even consider sticking my neck out for your sakes.
I'd like to speak with Arlecchino.
Oh,
What?
ist sie hier?
You mean the knave?
I'd like to speak with Arlecchino. Is she in Nod-Krai?
No, she's not. Once the work on this facility was completed, she went back with the Rooster and Regrator. The only ones in Nod-Krai are me and... what is it you need to speak to her about anyway?
Rerir is hunting me. If I'm going to face him, I must first retrieve the lost
Jetzt scheint in Gedanken, also zu sein, doch sie sieht nicht überrascht aus. Sie muss mehr wissen, als sie zugeben will. Keine Ahnung, was Arlecchino mit dem Mondmarkt der Schilder des Mondes zu tun hat. Im Moment bleibt mir jedoch nichts anderes übrig, als bei Flavonias Plan mitzuspielen.
Is that a no, then?
Alles, was wir wollen, ist Rerir aufzuhalten. Er ist unser gemeinsamer Feind.
As if I need reminding. I was this close to settling things with him before someone decided to whisk me away to their weird little garden.
Du hättest verloren, du warst am Verlieren.
Have you held any tea parties lately?
Tea parties? Yeah, obviously. You don't seriously think we'd pack it all in just because you aren't here. If anything, they've been more eventful than ever. Just me, Arlecchino, and a bunch of insolent.
I bet you served them the worst tea you have. Just like you used to do to me when I upset you.
Who cares about how good the tea is when there's no one around to drink it? I keep losing people. First Rosaline, now you. I'm running out of people who can make me laugh. Honestly, what could be more ridiculous than the multi-centenarian goddess, who's only ever had the plain herbal tea she received as offering?
You'd always brew a different type of tea for me each time. Was it really just to see?
Well, duh. Why else? Watching you
Oder hat sie tatsächlich versucht, Columbina in Geschmacksrichtung zu bringen? Vielleicht ist diese ganze Kälte nur gespielt und sie verstehen sich eigentlich.
Oh, yeah. And Capitano sometimes used to bring Tartaglia around too. But I guess we won't be seeing him again.
Was?
Well, I guess we are overdue for a get-together. Polonia, have Favronia pass a message to Arlecchino for me. It's time for tea. Will suffice.
Pass along a message for me, too, if you would. My body cannot contain the marrow of 2 moons, so I'll be leaving one of them in her care.
Excuse me? Who said you were on the guest list? If my tea meant that much to you, maybe quitting the Fatui wasn't back when you were under the Tsaritsa's protection. No one would have dared come at you so—
But that protection didn't come for free. In fact, I paid dearly for it. At the end of the day, it was just another transaction. I just got tired, that's all. I never wanted any part in their grand ambitions, and I've had enough of being— It brings back memories from the old days, when I was still worshipped as the moon goddess. Centuries on, It may be a different...
I figured you'd leave eventually. You didn't have as much of a reason to stay as I do. The Tsaritsa gave you shelter and protection, but that was it. Nothing more, nothing less. Meanwhile, the Fatui demanded... I get why you left. And frankly, I have no interest in dragging you back just because the higher-ups told me to. But if you keep hanging around with this riffraff, the next time we cross paths, we might be enemies for real.
Sie sagt das, obwohl sie selbst gerade nachgegeben und zugestimmt hat, Kilometer zu helfen.
Guess that's our cue to leave?
Ja, verschwinden.
That might be your plan. But it sounds like someone else wants you to stay a little longer.
Huh?
Huh? What do you mean?
Alecino will uns sehen.
Listen.
Obwohl der Böden jagt. Oh.
My lady, it's the Wild Hunt. A horde of monsters is headed straight for the facility.
Another uninvited guest trying to crash my tea party. Clear the area. I'll handle this. Wait, what? You want us to leave you here by yourself? Huh. You'll be lucky to make it out of this alive. You really think you can afford to worry about me? Go on, get out of here. You may have stopped Polonia from crushing him last time, but I've made sure that won't happen again. The entire Experimental Design Bureau is rigged for war. Stay and watch if you want, but it'll be at your own risk. You're not flagged as friendlies in a weapon system.
Sei einfach vorsichtig, ja?
Don't tell me what to do! Look, if you're leaving, make it quick. Or you'll just get in my way.
Also
There's a secret passage on the second floor.
Also
It'll
sie
take
ist,
you right to the plains out back.
also sie ist echt eine Zundere aus dem Bilderbuch.
Stare all you want, Columbina. You're not getting another invitation to my...
I know. But thank you anyway, Sandrone.
This is exactly why you shouldn't hang around with those people. All their melodrama and sentimental nonsense is rubbing off on you.
Da würde ich gerne mal wissen, wie sie früher drauf war.
Come on then, Mr. Ray here. Let's pick up where we left off. It's your Wild Hunt monstrosities versus my beautiful creations. Let's see who comes out on top.
Ich glaube, du nicht. Was? Muss ich die steuern? Nein. Oder? Tatsächlich, ich muss die steuern. Ja gut, Leute, aber ich mache dann im nächsten Part weiter. Und wir sehen uns dann. Tschüss, Leute. Bis zum nächsten Part. Bis dann und